Vento generates quotes in minutes for three main types of insurance: liability, cancellation, and property. Let's start with liability. This insurance type covers you in the case of injury or loss to a person. This could be a member of the public, or an employee, or a volunteer at your event. If this person suffers damages at your event, your costs are covered. When we say damages, this basically means bodily injury, including death, as well as any damaged or stolen personal belongings. Of course, it goes without saying that each policy we offer includes various exceptions, depending on the specific event in question, so please make sure to read these very carefully. People often ask what the costs of making this right actually means. Normally these costs include legal fees or settlements awarded to the injured individual by the courts. The difference between public and employer's liability. Well, with Vento, you can generate a quote for both of these types of cover. The protection is actually very similar, the only difference being that public liability is to safeguard those attending your event, and employer's liability concerns only those working at the event. Because many event organisers don't have a permanent full-time workforce, employer's liability also covers freelancers, volunteers, and casual staff. The second major type of event insurance is cancellation cover. Sometimes, for reasons beyond your control, you are forced to cancel or abandon an event you've organised. Whilst it's heartbreaking to see all of your hard work and effort put to waste, in times like this, a cancellation policy can prevent long-term financial hardship. Perhaps, for example, it's too windy for your marquees to be used safely, or your keynote speaker has been delayed due to travel disruption. In either case, just because your event is cancelled, you might still be obliged to pay your suppliers, and your customers may need to be refunded. This is exactly what cancellation cover is for. It's hard to imagine these scenarios, but it's better to be prepared for whatever comes your way. And finally, many events make use of large quantities of valuable equipment and property. Some of it hired, some of it owned. In most cases, your supplier will require you to insure the equipment against damage. This could include marquees, sound systems, or generators, for example. We also cover lost cash, for instance, your bar or food takings. This does not include loss of earnings. It covers only physical cash that is lost or stolen at the event. Hopefully, this gives you a good idea of what you are able to protect with an event insurance policy from Vento.